skaters called it football.
Soccer?
You know, you play it with your feet.
Reading between the headlines.
Soccer? But it's really called football.
Soccer?
What is up, y'all? Welcome back to Reading Between the Headlines, and welcome back to another episode of Peruse the News. I'm Asaf Nasim, and we're going to do this. Get right to it. Let's be honest. Not a great day at the office for Chelsea, to say the least. We struggled against mid-table, 7th place, Swiss Super League side SERVETTE in the second leg. It was not pretty. We looked feeble in our final third. Every time the ball crossed the midway line against us, even though we had the lion's share of the possession, it looked like we were going to concede, or we were dangerously close to conceding anytime the ball even came anywhere near our side of the pitch. We did score early, as you could see over here. We did have the penalty by Christopher Nkunku, and it looked like, okay, well, we're not quite getting our performance together, but at least we've scored early. We're up 3-0. We'll be able to pull this together by the end of the game. The rhythm will start going, and we'll start doing things. That was not the case. Unfortunately, it seemed to get worse and worse and worse and worse as the game continued. And yeah, you could say that some chances were not converted. That's true. We did have chances. That's absolutely true that we did have chances. Nicholas Jackson even scored a goal that was disallowed, and he was marginally offside. So, okay, that's fine. But across the board, we can definitely say that it was not good enough for the B team, even against this mid-table side. I'm going to take this second for a moment to throw up a poll, because while this was not the Premier League, I do think it's an interesting question so far to see what people think about how we will fare in the Premier League. Yes, this was our B team. Yes, it is early as all hell, but why not find out if people think Chelsea will nail a 4th place or a Champions League spot this season in the Premier League. So I'm just going to throw that up there. Before we continue with this terrible, terrible reflection of the game today, will Chelsea finish in Champions League place? Yes or no? This season. Okay. Throw that out there. And I'm just going to say, even despite today's, let's just call it complete mess, I'm going to stay optimistic and hope that perhaps we will finish in a Champions League place. But having said that, our B team disappointed greatly today. The midfield in this game, oh my gosh. Take a look at the lineup over here. So you know what I'm talking about. I mean, I was hoping for Dewsbury Hall to come in today, and let's just go in there. I was hoping for Dewsbury Hall to come in today and maybe take the opportunity against maybe a slightly inferior team to what we might play in the Premier League. It's very early. Who was the player of the match? We'll talk about that, Daniel. We're not there yet, okay? Hold your horses, okay? But the point is, I was hoping that Dewsbury Hall would come in and step up, and I would hope that we would see the best out of Enzo, and I was sorely disappointed. The midfield, as I said, were just for show. Dewsbury Hall, god awful. I can't tell you how many times he lost the ball or gave it away cheaply, and just did not look to be defensively even sound, closing people down in the midfield, which is what we look when we have Lavia and Caicedo in the midfield. even when we had Enzo Lavio Caicedo, Enzo 2.0, that was one part of our game that I was starting to see this season already in the Wolves match that we didn't have last season. But yeah, so little contribution from Enzo too. He was ghost basically on either side of the ball. Defensively, I don't even remember one single contribution going forward. I'm sure he did something, but it was really bad. I kind of blacked out. It was that bad. I was just like, holy crap, this isn't my team. But it didn't stop there. The fullbacks, Vega and Disasi, you could see Disasi did get a 7.2 rating by FotMob. I don't know how. He did have a couple of nice maybe passes, switch up of play from his position. Maybe that's why he was getting it. And he did handle a couple of air balls. I was surprised. Wow, he handled a couple of air balls. It was something. But I would say, by and large, throughout this game, I know a lot of you may not have seen it, but Disasi and Vega were god-awful as well. Really, just any time Servette's forward line were in the vicinity of the wings, it was over. Like, they were getting past them, they were cutting in. It was like nobody was there in the midfield or from the fullbacks. It really was. You have to say, what are you talking about? Me? Did I freeze? You have to say that the center backs weren't much better. I still can't pronounce Adarabioyo. Maybe somebody will help me with that pronunciation at some point, but him and Badiashile left much to be desired. Oh my gosh, I don't even know where to what I mean, it was that bad. It was really that bad. If you watched it, you know. It was terrible. Madueke was okay. Okay, I mean, he wasn't the hat-trick hero he was against Wolves, but he was okay. He looked dangerous when he had the ball. Mudryk was the same old Mudryk, save for, of course, he did earn that penalty that Nkunku converted for us. But Guiu barely touched the ball the entire time he was on the pitch. I was hoping to see more from him, honestly. I had seen glimpses of his quality, but I mean, maybe he got 4 touches on the ball. Like, seriously, it was that bad, and he was subbed off in the 62nd minute. And I'm not even sure that the guy's a ghost. Yeah, I mean, he was a ghost. I have to give it to you, Daniel. He was a ghost, but he didn't really get the ball, and for good reason. You know, Nkunku. Here we go. Nkunku was our best player by a mile today, and he looked like the Nkunku that we saw preseason with Pochettino's last season. He was the only bright light on our side of the pitch. Let's be real. And he seemed to know it because he kind of took over. He was connecting with Madueke. He didn't really care that Guiu existed. So it really showed. But it wasn't enough. We lost the game, and the subs were... Nkunku wasn't subbed off. He usually is subbed off. It seems like Maresca's usually managing his minutes. It wasn't the case today, but it wasn't enough. He can't do it alone. Gabe C., I'm sure Dan is now happy you said Nkunku was man of the match. Yeah, I mean, look, I always give Nkunku his credit. I've never once said this guy isn't a class player. He really is. And I hope he can do more for us. I hope he can play as many minutes as he did today. But it like, in general, it does look like his minutes are managed. And he doesn't play the 9 spot for us. And Dan's been going off about Nkunku playing the 9 spot, which might be good. But anyway, it wasn't enough for him to be good. Okay, we needed more from our team. And at the end of the day, you have to say that Enzo Maresca has to take some of the blame here. Okay, we did not look set up for success anywhere you slice it. It looked like Maresca set us up to play the same type of football with the B team that we haven't even figured out how to execute with the A team, all right? It's not happening there. And yet we're trying to play out of the back and really be a dominant side. I get it. It's against 7th place Servette. Who's even heard of Servette before these 2 matches? I mean, I hadn't. Okay, they just lost 6-0 to Basel in their league. I mean, I understand that Maresca would want to do that, but the fact that it's not happening, the fact that we can't use our B team to play that sort of dominant football out of the back and look good. We look cut open at any second. And if anything is clear from this performance, it's that a lot of work needs to be done, and that this squad is nowhere deep enough to be making 7 to 9 changes and expect to compete in cup matches like this. Okay? I can't tell you exactly. I might have to, if I get a chance to watch this. Honestly, I'm probably not going to. But if I was to watch this game again, maybe I would have a better understanding as to what exactly went wrong tactically. But in short, it looked like we were trying to play that open, dominant football that we should be playing. And it just wasn't working. And we didn't have the personnel for it. Even against frickin' Servette, who nobody knows. Okay? So, tactically, you have to give Maresca some of this blame. Maybe he should have said, hey, I'm going to play the B team, so let's use our backup plan. Let's not try and play this as though we are playing against the championship side in the EFL Cup or something. Which I still don't think that would have worked out. But yeah, you have to say something tactically was wrong, and it just wasn't working with the personnel we had. And I mean, that's about all I'll say about that. Why don't we actually let the man himself talk and give us his BS? And he did do a quick post-match after the game on the pitch, or pitch side. I guess it's on the pitch. Might be pitch side. And let's go have a look at what he had to say. Let's pull that up. There we go. Okay. Anything to say, boys? Stop the yapping in the comments. Oh, okay. All right. Here we go. Enzo Maresca and Vega. Oh boy, I hope they don't gaslight us.
Difficult night on the pitch, but through to the next phase of the Europa Conference League.
That is what's important,
How
right?
do you feel tonight, mate?
I think it's quite clear. We had first half 4 or 5 chances to score the second one. I think if we score the second one, the game is finished. But then we concede, and it's normal in this kind of game, to suffer a little bit. But yeah, overall we need to learn.
Yeah, gaslight.
But
Gaslight.
reach the target.
Obviously, we started well and we got the goal early on through Christo. How pleased were you to see sort of that intensity from previous games come into this?
I was very worried about this game because this kind of games, you have to be worried. They are tricky game. For them it's probably the game of the season. And the environment, the pitch.
It was an aggressive
and we
game.
start very well.
You have to
First
say.
half an hour, I think the team was very,
And we
very
just
good
weren't
on the
ready
ball
for
and
it.
off the ball. We score and we create 4 or 5 chances more. That, as I said, if we are able to score, I think it's finished. Then we concede, and then at the end it's normal to suffer a little bit.
And then we made a few changes at half time. What did you ask of the guys as we went in level?
No, I asked just to compete, to reach our target. And I think they did all of them fantastic. We didn't have any injury. We give
Still the
minutes
stats there.
all the players, so happy.
And one of the players you gave minutes to was Tariq George, who made his debut tonight. How pleased were you for him?
Very happy for him. Very happy.
Kid was
we
not good
had
enough.
Also, Josh Achipong on the bench. Unfortunately, Harrison was with us, but he was not on the bench.
He
But,
looked
we tried
confident.
to give them some minutes.
Of course, as I said,
Yeah,
most
they
important
did not
thing is
play
that
well.
we're now through to
BS.
the league phase of
I want him to talk
competition.
about it
How important
defensively.
is
That would be
everyone
nice.
now stays together going into
Played
Crystal
well.
Palace?
Yeah,
Yeah, very
okay.
important. Very
No.
important. As I said, also.
But what is he going to say?
we-
We're
now with the
absolute
group, we have
garbage?
5, 6 more games, so it's good that we can continue to give minutes all of them. That
They
it's
cut
the
through
most
us like a
important.
hot knife
And I
through
wanted
butter.
to ask a word for the travelling Chelsea supporters as well tonight.
Yeah, once again, yeah, very good. We try to do our best to win the game. I think the players, they give everything. And as I said, we were very close. Now we need them on Sunday.
Renato, a difficult night on the
All right. No. Sorry. No. That was definitely a bit of gaslighting. Defensively, like, you can talk about how we had a few chances, whatever. Maybe we converted. Maybe the game would have changed. But maybe they would have been disheartened and not come at us so hard. But holy crap, defensively in the midfield was absolutely god-awful. Like I said, absolutely god-awful. The fullbacks, sorry, Vega, maybe he has brighter days ahead of him. It was absolutely awful. They could not handle the forward line of Servette. They had nothing.
pitch, but
Let's see
through
what
to
he
the
has to say.
next stage of the Conference League. How did you find it today?
Hard game, difficult game, weird game. You want me to hold it?
Okay, that seems
Weird
honest.
game.
Difficult game, weird game. It was.
Difficult environment. We knew before the game it wasn't going to be like the first half, but yeah, we won. That's the most important.
We
could
didn't
have
win,
managed the
actually.
game better in some time, calm down a bit. But it's football, and that's the beauty of the game. We won. We did a good job, and
We didn't
moved to the
win.
next game, that is Crystal Palace, and we moved to the next
We
round
qualified.
of Conference League.
We always knew it was going to be a difficult game coming to Switzerland. How did you find it on your return?
Yeah, different game.
Yeah, he
very,
used to
very
play
direct,
for
used to the
Basel,
pitch, not
actually.
the best conditions.
So,
But yes, the team is.
I'm
How'd you say?
Daniel,
did a
you
good job
troll
because we
piece of
survived,
crap.
And we go on to the next.
How pleased were you with the intensity to score very early on and then try and keep the
It's the 7th place
Yeah, we could have done better.
Swiss
We scored 1-0,
team
we could have killed the
that
game,
lost
2-0,
6-0 to
but we
Basel.
didn't, and then we had to
6-0
survive and
to
go after
Basel.
it, and we did, so good job the team.
They
And
just
obviously,
beat us
on the weekend
2-1.
we play Palace. It's going to be about getting back in front of our own fans and trying to get
And the
results.
performance was
Yeah.
awful.
Play at home in front of our fans. We go back tomorrow to get ready again.
I thought this guy was Vega.
And I wanted to ask
Look,
a word
seems
for the
more
travelling
honest
fans who
than
came out today
Maresca.
all the way to Switzerland.
Thank you so much. Always
Yeah,
for
yeah.
supporting
I
us.
do think
The best
that
fans.
basically. What did he say earlier today? Oh, he didn't even watch the game. So, but yeah, I thought that was a little more honest. The game felt weird. They were aggressive. We just looked ghost. We looked absolutely ghost. Here's the full Maresca post-match. See if he gives us anything else.
Facing the Conference League, because most of the teams you'll play will see Chelsea as a good scout.
Yeah, probably yes. But as I said, this kind of a game, at the end,
I just want to say, I hope he doesn't think that we're gonna let this Mudryk performance go. Like, Mudryk was god awful today, man. He should not be starting over Pedro Neto. Period. End of story. No chance. Definitely not over Nkunku. I mean, not over Jackson either. Let's be real. Jackson did score a marginally offside disallowed goal today. Pretty nice goal. Facts. Mudryk earned us the PK, but that was maybe his only contribution the entire game, which is good enough, but not good enough against a real team.
you have many things to lose and not many things to win, you know. But this is the reason why
We
I was
won.
so worried
We didn't
yesterday
win.
and before the game. But the way we start, the way we played the first half an hour was unbelievable. I think on the ball we were very good.
Pray for us,
And
man.
then we conceded the goal, and then become a bit more difficult. But yeah.
Okay, but the worst part about us today was not our inability to score. Let's be frank. The worst part about today was actually defensively. How bad we looked when we turned the ball over. So, I mean, literally, there was no resistance to Servette cutting through our entire midfield, beating our fullbacks whenever the hell they wanted to. Okay, it was bad. It was very, very bad. Very, very bad. That was the worst part of our game today.
Mike.
Dude, what happens if one of our defenders gets injured? I mean, Reece James is injured. We're on one fullback right now. There on the right. What happens? The fact is that this is a reflection of our depth or lack thereof. Okay, and that's not good for a team of our caliber. Okay, hopefully Reece will be back ASAP because like I said before and just now, this is an extreme exposure of our lack of depth, and that will be a problem. And you know this is a long season. Yeah, you know this is a long season, and we need to start. And these players need to develop, or we need to turn things around in that regard. Because right now we have zero depth if we can't even compete well again. Like we literally just lost against Servette. Okay, no, it's not. It's not a very reactionary take. It's an honest take of this moment. Yes, it's early. All of that being said, I feel like after that 6-2 victory at Wolves, people are losing their minds, and it's like maybe I'm responding a little bit to that. No, guys, no. Hold your horses. Calm your shit down, because this exposes our depth. Stop being negative for clicks. Maybe I'm responding to you being a troll, you bastard. But that's the reality. That is the reality. I want us to temper our expectations right now, or maybe expect more, but realize that we're not getting it and that we have a problem. Come on, Gabe, back me up here.
For a couple of minutes near the end.
Somebody back me up. Is anybody else out there besides these two?
So many fireworks inside the ground. In a major European tie, that shouldn't happen, should it?
Yeah, but it's I don't know. It's difficult to control these kind of things. Unfortunately, happen.
Yeah, you trolling, but that's fine.
Yeah, probably. We need more control.
We need the more control.
Okay.
Yeah, we did not. I mean, we did have 67% possession. 67%. It wasn't the control. It was when we lost the ball. Again, it was when we lost the ball how bad we looked.
The competition ranked that we've...
Goddamn Dewsbury Hall, man. How disappointing is that?
What does it mean in terms of Chelsea's season?
No, it's a competition that we're gonna try to do our best. I think tonight,
who do we
once
play
again,
next?
The team show the way we start that the team was there.
Do we
then
know?
The game, we concede. They had some chances and we lost a little bit of confidence. But overall, even second half, I think I'm now thinking a little bit. I remember 3 times 1v1 with the keeper. So at the end,
No. I know we play Palace,
chance,
but
especially first half when we were 1-0 up, if we are able to score the second one,
next?
the game is finished. Then in terms of, it's one more competition. We have Conference League, Premier League, FA Cup, Carabao. They are all competition that we're gonna try to do our best. We see where we arrive.
Says.
Bobby.
What did you make of Tyler George?
Maybe ChatGPT could tell me.
I think it was good. The most important thing, he was not shy because he was with the personality. And it's a young player. We had also George Achipong on the bench. Unfortunately, Harrison was not on the bench. But the idea is to slowly to build something important also with them, with the academy player.
Mike, one more.
Can I ask, what do you think of Noni
maybe
being
it's
called
not
up by England
established
into the
yet.
full England squad? That's a terrific tick in the box to him.
Yeah, very happy. Yeah, absolutely. Very happy. He's doing very well. As I said after Wolves game, now the most important thing for him is don't drop nothing, continue to work hard. And we are happy for him, for Levi, for Cole, and for the rest that they're gonna be with the international team.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Angry emoji, Daniel Stock. And angry emoji. Troll piece of crap. Yeah. Let's see who Chelsea can face in the new Oh, okay. So let's pull that up actually. We'll just go to this. Who can Chelsea face in Europa Conference League draw? Pot confirmed and new format explained. This is the standard. Blues will be confident of deep run despite unconvincing playoff win. Yeah, you're telling me. Okay, why don't I just fix that to that? Yeah. Okay. Chelsea are back in European football, but it is the third tier of UEFA competitions for the Blues this season. Yeah, thank you very much. They're in the Europa Conference League, having edged past Servette in the playoff round. Enzo Maresca's side were beaten 2-1 in the second leg, but did just about enough to hold on for a 3-2 aggregate win. It means Chelsea take their place in the new look Conference League, which this season has 36 teams in it. Rather than the usual groups of 4, all clubs will go into one league. Every team will face one side from each of the 6 seeding pots. Oh, that's interesting. The draw takes place on Friday at 1:30 p.m. So tomorrow we will know who we are playing, and much of it will be automated due to the complex nature of the league phase. The top 8 ranked teams after these 6 matches will go straight through to the last 16, with those finishing 9th to 24th facing a knockout phase playoff to join them. Wow, still get more chances. Teams in 9th to 16th will be seeded for that draw. Hold on. Just want to see if there's a table here for this stupid league. Let me look it up here real quick. Okay. That's qualification. Conference League table. I don't know why it's not. Okay, I don't see it here at all. Okay, whatever. All right. Oops. Okay. So, which pot are Chelsea in for the Conference League? Chelsea have been placed in pot 1 as they have the highest UEFA coefficient of any club in the tournament. Jackson is going to light up the Conference League. Mark my words. Okay, now you're just trolling, Daniel, because I know you hate Nicholas Jackson. You literally detest this guy. He should have had a goal today. Marginally offside. The Blues will face one side from each of the 6 pots. Pot 1, Chelsea, Copenhagen, Ghent, Fiorentina, LASK, and Real Betis. All these are crap teams. And we're probably going to struggle against them if we play our B team like we did today. We're really going to have to... Yeah, we're really going to have to maybe play more of our A team if we want to have a chance at winning this damn thing. What do you think? You think that you think Maresca is going to change his approach? Because there's now, if you look at these pots here, we're definitely seeing, much stiffer competition. Dan, we just played the most lesser side that we're probably going to see. I mean, look at this pot now. Copenhagen, Ghent, Fiorentina, Real Betis. Like, those are actually more stiff competition. I mean, the rest of these pots are kind of trash. Like, full of teams. I have no idea who they are. Shamrock Rovers and Hearts. I mean, some Scottish teams maybe that I know. What is that? Victoria? Is that Victoria Pilsen? It was not one game, okay? The first leg, we weren't good either. We just happened to win 2-0, but we weren't good. You know, at some point, Dan, you're going to have to look at the performances rather than just the results, okay, buddy? Like, you have to... The only way you can judge future results is by going by performances, okay? You have to look at the performance to be able to predict what's going to happen. You're not just going to be able to look at the numbers there at the end of the game and be able to tell what's going on. Okay. Maybe you'll figure that out and not just be a bandwagoner. Whenever anybody's in form, you got to look at the quality. You got to look at the performance. Huh? All right. But okay, so enough smashing the troll. No, it's okay. I'm just kidding. I love you, Daniel. I love you even though you do this to me. But yeah, okay, so it looks like the rest of these might be a little bit easier, but our pot looks pretty tough, but we have to face one side from each of these pots. So I mean, hopefully we don't get Betis, because I mean, I don't know. I think Maresca is going to have to take heed from what just happened today and sort of change his approach, because we can't play those same dudes. We can't make 7 changes. We can't make 9 changes. And honestly, I think the Jorgensen train is going to slow down a little bit, because Jorgensen was not great today. Okay? Philip Jorgensen in goal. I think maybe some people might go the Sanchez route now. Dan says, can't wait to replay this clip to you in 8 months when we are in the final and Jackson has 8 goals in the competition. Yeah, and it's funny because you would try and say, you see, you were wrong. I never said anything about us not winning the competition. I'm still optimistic about us winning the competition. In fact, I'm the optimistic one with regards to Nicholas Jackson. But I have to say this to the troll because the troll needs to be fed. Right? The troll needs feeding. Let's see if We Ain't Got No History said anything else that we might want to know. Servette, this is their quick review. Job barely done. You see that? Job barely done by David Pastor. Okay, yes, agreed. Chelsea started the game brightly and quickly established territorial dominance. Chances came early and often. Okay. Enzo Fernandez and Badiashile on a corner, both coming close to the opening few minutes. Then Mikhailo Mudryk won a penalty just before the quarter-hour mark, with Christopher Nkunku converted with customary aplomb, and it looked like the tie was done and dusted, 3-0. However, a few moments of sloppiness from Chelsea allowed the home side and fans to get a full. The fans were lit today, I will say that. With Jeremy Guillemino producing a quality finish on a great pass from Derek Kutesa to draw Servette level in the 32nd minute. Both sides wasted good opportunities for another goal before the half, then wasted some more after the half before Servette got a second thanks to some questionable defending and goalkeeping. And that goes to enforce what I just said about Jorgensen was not the showing that people will have expected and hoped for, because now we're dealing with a couple of goalkeepers that we don't trust. And now I'm hearkening back to Petrovic. Where art thou, Petrovic? Why are you not here with us? Because Petrovic might have made all the difference today. He might have made all the difference in other games as well. Against City even could have made a big difference, saving that Kovacic goal. With over a quarter of an hour still to go, a grandstand finish was on the cards, especially after Jackson saw an equalizer ruled out for a marginal offside. That's true. Petrovic was loaned out today. Well, no, I mean, yeah, nobody thought he was coming back in, but he's better than both these keepers. I mean, flat out. Which actually, you know, at the end of the day, we've been seeing rumors about more keeper possible acquisitions, and now I kind of understand why. I mean, I don't know. We'll give Jorgensen another try. When you have crap in front of you, when you're the goalkeeper and the 2 center backs in front of you are like very, let's just say questionable and I don't want to say inexperienced about Badiashile, but definitely questionable. It's a problem, and maybe that brings down the performance of the keeper. But the keeper should be boosting the center backs as well. It goes both ways. Yeah, okay. So not great there. Let's see. Yeah, there was nothing in the Chelsea Chronicle about the game. So Petrovic loaned out today, eh? Let's see. Petrovic loan. Chelsea reach agreement over Jordi Petrovic loan. He's going to Strasbourg. Man, sad times. Sad times when we can't even... Anything happen with Chalobah? Let's see here. Players out. Okay, so... Oh, okay, so... Also, Kepa went to Bournemouth. And Joran went to Empoli. Yeah. And Romelu Lukaku sold, yeah, for 30 million euros. Great. Honestly, Kepa, though, that would have been a thought, right? I mean, I don't know how many people still like Kepa, but I don't know. He might have been better than either of the keepers that we have right now. Yeah, not great. Who the hell is Mike Penders from Genk? Cole had a contract. Oh, that was a while ago. Oh, we actually... No, we sold Maatsen. He's never going to be happy just playing cup games, though. Yeah, probably not. Probably not. But he could have been... He could have been first choice. I mean... It is a sad state of affairs with Sanchez, honestly. I mean, it's sad. It's very sad. I thought he would be better. What else is going on here? Let's check out the Instagrams. Lavia. Humbled. Conor Gallagher. Nope. Silva. Modric. Lost the match, but won the tie more importantly. See you in Europe, Blues. Don't worry, Dewsbury Hall. We've both been crap today. Jeez, Dewsbury Hall. Sorry, man. It's a no. It's a no, bro. Maatsen at Villa. Holy crap, dude. Is that a slap in the face to Chelsea right there? Anybody else see that caption? Ian Maatsen? I mean, this was posted by Villa, so that is a question, but are they slapping Chelsea in the face? A Champions League football club? And how sad is that for us? I gotta say. Yeah, maybe I am sad today, all right? Maybe I am sad. Maybe I'm a hater today, okay? I'm optimistic, but maybe I'm a little bit of a hater. We've got Ian Maatsen going elsewhere and Aston Villa saying a Champions League football club. And we're struggling to qualify in the Conference League. Disgusting. Mason Mount posts his notes. During the last game, I picked up a minor muscle issue. I've had it checked, and it looks like I'll be out for a few games. Okay. Noni actually was okay today. What is this? You have a UEFA League, Nations League fixtures. When did this England squad come out? I guess this is new. New England squad, UEFA Nations League. UEFA Nations League. Guess that actually starts biennial international football competition played by the senior men's national teams of member nations. Who the hell even knows what the hell the Nations League is anymore? I mean, they change these names for all these competitions all the time. I thought the Nations League was a preseason friendly competition. Now it's saying UEFA Nations League. UEFA Nations League is a biennial international football competition played by the senior men's national teams of the member association, the UEFA, the sports European governing body. The first tournament began September 2018. I guess it always was this, but the competition replaces the international friendly matches. There you go. Previously played on the FIFA international match calendar, with European national teams engaging in more frequent competitive matches against other European national leagues of comparable level. Question is, what do you even get? Finals, promotion, and relegation. What do you get for this? Here, UEFA European Championship link. The Nations League is linked with the UEFA European Championship qualifying, providing teams another chance to qualify for the UEFA European Championship. Okay, so I guess you can possibly get, you can qualify for the Euros by doing well in the Nations League. That's good. Talking shit since the beginning of the show. The first team had a nice outing against Wolves last time out. You're killing me. No, that was a very complimentary result. And Madueke, it was great in many ways, but the problem is, maybe it's the narrative. It's whenever the narrative is pissing me off, like the narrative is ridiculous. The narrative right now, it's like the narrative after that Wolves game was, this team might win the league. This team will challenge for the league. No, guys, no. Okay, there's a lot of work to be done. Okay. But congrats to Noni for making the England national team. I mean, that's great for him. That's really great for him. Guess who else is there, Daniel Stock? Conor Gallagher. Khalacha. Khona Khalacha. Buddy. All right? 2 seconds ago, you said he wasn't good. He's on the England national team, buddy. What do you say about that? Yeah, Enzo isn't saying that because Enzo is playing even-keeled all the way. He's actually being very political right now, which is interesting. Who gets subbed at the end of it? The half of every game. Who gets subbed? Who gets subbed at half of every game? Madueke? Khalacha. No, I mean, well, is that true? I don't think that's true. See, even Noni says it. Wasn't pretty, but job complete. Traveling support got us through. Got you through? Bro, you weren't even on the pitch at the end of the game. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Good for Leslie. Good for Leslie playing at Southampton. Oh, shoot. Did he get picked also? Oh, wow. Look at that. That's pretty nice. That's cool to see. Is that the senior team? I don't read French. If anybody reads French. Doesn't look like it's the senior team, but looks like Ugo Chukwu made the French national team. Yeah, it can't be the senior team, but it's still good for him. I'm glad. I want to see him do well. Obviously, he's just out on loan. I don't think we sold him. So, Caicedo, clasificación. Yeah. JT's like not even watching anymore. Whoa, look at JT's daughter looking older. She's like a baby 3 seconds ago. Yeah. Wonder what Cole Palmer has to say. Yeah, Cole's like, I'm not commenting. Cole's like, no comment. All right. Fair enough. What are you talking about? This isn't. I'm number one husband in this house. What are you talking about, bro? Number one husband. Ask my wife. Renato Vega. I'll follow him. I don't follow him. Guess I'll follow all these schmigeggs. Not Romano, though. Forget that guy. Some people I'm not following. I haven't been on this account enough, have I? Get in Blues. Okay, he doesn't post. That's why. So he does have a story. Yeah, you gotta thank the traveling supporters when you put in a crap performance like that. Hey, by the way, if anybody's on here, and I have not even mentioned this once, that's how good I am at selling this channel. I don't say it at all, but I really do. I think it's just been distracted by Daniel Stock, the troll. But it's always fun having you here, of course. Don't get me wrong, Daniel. But yeah, if you are here, and since I haven't mentioned it yet, why not like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell? Why? Because sometimes we go live, actually oftentimes, and there's no way you're gonna know when I'm going live if you don't hit that notification bell. It will notify you right away. And then you can come on and troll me like Daniel does. And Gabe lurking in the background while he does all the trolling. But yeah, so this is fun. This is always fun getting trolled. And that's what I'm here for, I guess. I guess that is the theme of the channel. But do it. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all those things. And we get to sit here and see what's going on. Not a lot to talk about, really, today. I thought there would be more. But I think everybody's laying low in Chelsea circles after that performance, except for Daniel. Daniel thinks we're just going to win. How does this even happen? The most pessimistic, biggest hater in the Chelsea circles, in my Chelsea circle, thinks we're all of a sudden loves the club, and now I'm the hater. I'm the great hater. Man, trolls are good at turning it around, aren't they? Aren't they, Gabe? Right? Well, look, it happens. It wasn't a great day at the office. We do have a lot to look forward to. We're going to play against Crystal Palace soon, September 1st. What was interesting about that is I did not see he's a flip-flopper. He's like, that's an old reference, old political reference, to say that he's like John Kerry. I don't think anybody knows who the hell that guy is. Okay, so why does it say that Disasi is injured now? Where are they getting this information? Disasi injured, Moises Caicedo, knock, Reece James we knew, Lavia knew. I'm curious actually if there's any news on Lavia. Because no, this is all old stuff. Yeah, this is all old stuff. Okay. Lavia back after international break. That'd be okay.
I could not be more excited.
Let's see what Kieran Gill has to say. Nah, he's mostly just quoting Maresca's post-match. Really? Okay, so we go on break. Fixtures. Yeah. So, okay, so yeah, we're off after Crystal Palace, basically until September 14th when we play Bournemouth. I don't think it's a good idea to show that. Yeah. So against Crystal Palace, we'll probably see a similar lineup to what we saw against Wolves. What do you see against Wolves? Against Wolves, we saw on another day we win 4-2 and nobody says anything. We panicked at the beginning of last season too. I learned my lesson. Last season was awful. What are you talking about? There was every reason to panic last season. Last season was absolutely abysmal. Holy crap. All right, so this was our lineup against Wolves. Yeah, we're going to see Sanchez in goal again. Yeah, Gusto, Fofana, Colwell, Cucurella. That seems to be solid now. I wonder if Caicedo, because he did come on today, didn't he? Already trying to put it out of my mind. I swear to God, that was just really awful. I'm definitely. I've got PTSD from today's match a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe that's why I'm losing it a little bit. Yeah, Caicedo came on for Enzo. But it was so bad. I just really was hoping for better. I was really hoping for better. And I don't. The fact that it hurts even more about Gallagher, seeing Dewsbury Hall just being that god awful against such a weak side. I mean, just our midfield was so haggard. Yeah. We'll probably see Caicedo. We'll see Fernandez again. But I would... Goat or donkey? Yeah. You did, to be fair, Dan, you did predict a nothing burger today, but that really is what happened. It was nothing. But that's the problem, isn't it? Like it's an opportunity for all the players. There's not a lot. I don't think Pochettino was making that many changes in the cup games. And not a lot of managers will make 7 changes or 9 changes going into a cup match. That's not very normal, actually. Yeah, okay, 5, 6, maybe, but 7 to 9 changes, especially when you're transitioning and you want to really get your players gelling as much as possible. A lot of managers tend to use the cup matches early on to give the players give the perceived regular starting 11 in the league more time together, right? To see if they can gel a little bit more, to see if they can be more of a cohesive team going back into the league games. But that is not the case. Maresca seems to not give a crap, and he's like, all right, maybe it's because the squad is big. He wants to get those minutes, or maybe he's really just trying to see if it can't be. I was going to say maybe he's just trying to see if somebody else can prove themselves worthy of starting as a regular starter in the league. But a lot of our starts came back with a very short stars because of the Euros. Okay, so yeah, maybe it's the extra wants to manage the minutes of these players, but it isn't normal. It's not very normal to make 7 changes, and in the last one I think it was 9 changes. 9 changes in the first leg of that cup tie. So it'll be interesting to see the team that he puts out against Crystal Palace. And I mean, I think the back line is pretty cemented. I don't think anything's going to change there. But I would last match against Wolverhampton, as you could see, Mudryk started. Is he going to start Mudryk against Crystal Palace? I think that's pretty much the only place we're going to see a change. I don't think, as you said, Lavia's not coming back probably until after international break. So is Caicedo going to start even though his minutes are being managed? Probably you're going to see Caicedo. I don't think Dewsbury Hall earned the right to start in the next against Crystal Palace, but I hope he doesn't start Mudryk. I'm sorry, because the other thing you like to see is that a manager will actually look at the performances that happened in the previous match and make decisions based on those performances. Not every single time. Sometimes you want to play a player even more if they had a not such a great performance, and you think it's important that you don't kill their confidence, and you start the player. But maybe Mudryk is one of those guys. He seems to be sort of putting his arm around Mudryk at all times in the post-match, in the pressers. When he pulls him off the pitch, he actually literally is putting his arm around Mudryk. So I don't know, but I think that's pretty much the key spot. Are we going to see him come off for Felix? Probably. Or Neto. Because Neto started in the first leg against Servette, did he not? I think he did. Yeah, exactly. I think he'll get minutes against Palace as well. I agree with that. Even if Neto's minutes are limited, and you would think that Nkunku's minutes are going to be limited because he's been managing his minutes. But Neto, see, I don't remember the action. I think Enzo really started on, judging by the personnel, it must have been a 4-3-3 against Servette last time out. So maybe Neto will play in the midfield again. And maybe not. Maybe he'll play in the 10 spot, or Felix will play in the 10 spot. Neto will play on the left instead of Mudryk. And maybe, just maybe, well, no, he's going to start Jackson. Jackson's going to start against Crystal Palace in the 9 spot. So, yeah, there's almost no chance. And what's Crystal Palace's? They beat Norwich, I guess. Oh, I got some momentum against Norwich day before yesterday. Well, Cole's been playing on the right as well. Let's not forget. He's not just been playing in the 10 spot. I mean, I like him the most in the 10 spot. I don't think Cole is as much a winger as he is a 10 spot. Yeah, it should be Madueke. 100%. I mean, the guy's on fire, and he's young enough that he can play 3 games in a row, no problem, with not much rest time. It seems that way, but he didn't start against Manchester City, if you remember. Crystal Palace is ripe for the taking now, baby. Gotta smash them. I do like Crystal Palace. I usually like to watch them, but yeah, against City, yeah, Madueke did not start, but now that Lavia's out, things are changing, which stinks, because Lavia was the best player against Manchester City, right? Lavia has basically been our best new player, hands down. But it's worrisome. It's worrisome. Spends all of last season injured, comes back, and he's already injured again. I mean, that could potentially really change. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense that Dan says Madueke only played 60 today. He says, yeah, that would make sense. But And at the end of the day, those changes were not good. Those changes were terrible, unfortunately. Yeah. But it'll be interesting. Crystal Palace might tell us a lot, like in terms of Maresca's thinking, because so far I don't even know what to think. Like, I wouldn't have even started Mudryk today. After that performance, I would not have started him today. But as I said, it looks like Maresca's really trying to put his arm around Mudryk in every sense of the phrase, literally and figuratively. So I don't know, but he definitely, I very highly doubt he'll start against Crystal Palace. I'd like to see. Well, it does seem like he's managing Neto's minutes as well. Maybe we'll probably see Felix, but it's too bad about Lavia, and now Caicedo is in trouble too with his minutes needing to be managed. Yeah, and he's not been great either. I mean, just ask Gabriel C. He'll tell you. He'll tell you how bad Caicedo's been. Yeah. Well. Anyway, I guess that's about it. I guess that's about all we've got. Let me check what's on one foot real quick. Oh, that's the Champions League draw. Oh, it happened today. Oh, didn't even talk about that, eh? But yeah, this is a Chelsea pod. This is a Chelsea show, and unfortunately, Chelsea aren't anywhere near the Champions League this season. So we're not going to be talking about the Champions League draw, unfortunately. Yeah. Talk is basically scraping by Servette and Victor Osimhen. That's about all we've got to talk about with Chelsea at this moment. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess I'll just end it there because today is such a flop, unfortunately. But one more time, I will say, like, subscribe, maybe hit the bell so you know when I'm live, but mostly subscribe. Come on, check in with me. I'd love to see those numbers go up, and we're growing all the time. And look at all the fun we had entertaining the trolls. Here comes Gabe C. If we lose against Crystal Palace this weekend, they won't make top 5 again. That's a bold prediction. I mean, there's a lot of season left, but fair play. I mean, we got to beat Crystal Palace. We got to keep this momentum going. It would be great to go into the international break with another win and a positive feeling on the grounds, right? Am I right, guys? All right. Well, that's about that. I think we'll just end it there. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for those who were involved in the chat, and really appreciate you guys. And I'm still optimistic. I'll just say that. I'm still optimistic. We will do this. It just might take a little bit more, and I'm hoping that Enzo Maresca maybe makes a few less changes because we do not have the depth to do what we have been doing in the cup competitions, and maybe we just need our players. Maybe we need, well, I guess it's unfortunate Felix can't play, but there's other things. Maresca takes some of the blame today, and part of that is choosing the right side. But again, thanks guys. Appreciate you. Live football and prosper. See you next time.
Soccer? But it's really called football. Soccer? The creators called it football. Soccer? You know, you play it with your feet. Reading between the headlines.